Om Jananim Sharadam Devim Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Padapadme Tayo Shritva Pranamami Muhurmuhu. We are going through the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. Whenever we take up any scriptural or spiritual or religious reading, we have to see that we are in spiritual understanding. In spiritual background only we have to understand this. We are constantly moving about in the world, and while moving about, we are not endowed or we do not have the dharana of jnana drishti. We don't move about seeing everything, distinguishing between the eternal and impermanent, distinguishing between the secular and spiritual, distinguishing matter and spirit. All these views we don't move about. We move about with raga dvesha, attachments and aversions, likes and dislikes. And the deep within is the desire for possession and enjoyment. With that mind, we will be looking at this world. And our people also, all fighting, misunderstanding, everything is because of this, our attitude and our inbuilt software that we have developed within ourselves. So this view has to be, when we take up a scripture, we have to silently sit for a few minutes, drop all our, what is in our mind, of our past experiences, our pains and sufferings, joys and enjoyments, all these, of the past, of the future planning, everything you have to drop away. Empty your mind, calm down, relax, just to think of the divine. Don't use much logic and reasoning, but awaken your heart. Heart is one thing, that is the manifestation of the Absolute through you, your original existence. One with the Absolute is your Atman, the same infinite eternal existence. By transcending all these layers of your existence which you are going to reach, to which state, to which realm the nature takes you every day when you sleep. She withdraws you from this world, from this body, takes you to the eternal, unlimited joy, brings you back. That unlimited joy into which we are going with the veil of ignorance, leaving the last place in the causal body, our veil, and entering into divine. There is neither mind, nor intellect, nor anybody to bring the what you experienced there, where were you? And when you come out from that ocean of bliss, the veil again falls upon you. Without that veil, you cannot come out. The veil of ignorance alone is the cause that you project to the bodily level again. Otherwise, you are Ananda Swarupa in the Ananda, ocean of Ananda. So, how you project? That is whole, if the layers or sheets which is covering your soul, you are passing, identifying with them, if these are all transparent. The light of the Atman, the bliss of the Atman, the peace of the Atman flows out. It is universal. It has tremendous affinity towards everything as myself. Not simply, it is, I am there, I am here, I am everywhere. That understanding. Only thing required is all these layers, Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vijnanamaya, Anandamaya, all these layers are transparent. The physical body is transparent. Mind is, mental layer is transparent. Senses are transparent. Then the whole thing, Atman, is flowing out. This flowing out of the Atman, which embraces the whole world as myself, is called love. Now, that love is, now you have to awaken this love and see that all these layers are as much possible as transparent by just renouncing everything mentally. Oh, I don't need anything of this world. I don't need anything. I have no expectations from anyone. The Purnatva is within. I have to bring it out. Let me not seek anything, but learn to give, learn to sacrifice. This understanding, this knowledge with which we wash down all the layers and make at least translucent, if not transparent. So let it not be opaque, that it is not going to flow out. Let the light of the Atman flow. So when it flows out, that love can understand what scripture means, what Sri Ramakrishna is telling in the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. When you read the life of Sri Ramakrishna, Sharda Devi, Vivekananda, with what eyes are you going to read? With what eyes you are going to analyze everything? The world you look at, the scriptures as you read, Upanishads. With this mind, with this bodily existence, these layers, you cannot understand. It is superfluous understanding. Like ocean is, wow, thousands of people have seen from ancient times this ocean. Now among the people living in this world, much of the people have seen what ocean is. Ask them what ocean is. They have seen only the outermost surface where a few waves are moving. Have they gone to the depth where even the movements of reflections of the movements on the surface is available? No. As you go deeper and deeper, you will see that there is no motion or there is no wave. There is an expansion of water, silent, calm, gambhira. It is content in itself. There is no seeking. At the surface, we see at the surface everything. We read the scriptures at the surface, not dive within, sink within, to experience. In knowledge, we have when we get the knowledge, we have the power of cognition, power of volition. I can recognize, I can understand, I can feel. Power of cognition is there. Power of volition, I can choose. And power of cognition, to act. I am free to act. What action I can do, what I have to do, I am free to do. I have the option. I can do good, I can do bad, I can view a TV, I can sit with my mobile, or I can read scriptures, I can go and serve people. I have hundreds of options. What I am going to choose. Never what is going to be shreyas to me, that is going to elevate me, that is going to make me evolve. But the tendency is downward, towards the enjoyment which is going to bind and lead us ultimately to suffering. So this tendency in us, Now, when we view, when we act, when we feel, all this knowledge that we get, knowledge we aim at, knowledge how to get this knowledge, there is one way is to directly experience. I go there, see and come. This is direct knowledge. Then I infer. This inference is mostly based on logic, not experience. Logic and reasoning. And then there is what people say. Others are telling, this is so, this is so, this is so. Everywhere you see speculations. Everything is theory. How does the universe appear? It is a theory. There are one who sees and comes how the creation originates, who sees and comes is called a sage. One who applies his reasoning and explains without seeing, he is a philosopher. One who looks at the only surface and enjoys or comments is a critic or a poet. How we are going to analyze things? There is another thing, intuitive understanding, which nature intuits. My child, it is like this. A intuition shows there is no reasoning, there is no attachments or no kind of any my participation. It comes from the within. This also is, when it comes to the mind, it gets mixed up with the other past experiences. Suppose I see a star. My intuitive power slowly, the nature says, it is not a star, it is sun-like. What is your sun is star. That star you are seeing is sun. What your understanding of the sun, the same sun is there which is looking to a star. Any star is sun, but it is not simply a sun. You see, it's many times greater than sun. Thousands of sun together might be a star in the... There are planets. It's very difficult to distinguish between planets and stars. So planet is a small part, cannot be compared with the sun also. Similarly, star cannot be compared. This is intuitive understanding comes. But my past readings, what I fed my mind with so many things, it will start seeing in that style. That gets intuitive understanding, mixes with the past understandings that I filled myself, and gives something resulted, more oriented of course towards the intuitive understanding. But this intuitive understanding is little difficult because it transcends reasoning. I try to reason out and put it. As it is, we don't give. In Ramakrishna here we see, he gives the understanding as it is without mixing it. See, I saw like this. He doesn't philosophize it. He doesn't give a picture that others bring it to the level of understanding, but always gives example from the life's incidents. It is like this. How do you progress in spiritual life? Like a plant growing. Little by little. It takes time to give the fruit, but it grows. So with examples, now in this, what is final and real? The truth is not revealed by any of these understandings except the direct experience. direct experience is to transcend and go beyond to that realm and see. I want to speak about creation, go beyond the creation and see it dissolving, see it originating. Then you will know the first hand. Sitting within the creation as a part of creation, this bodily existence, you can never know how creation came into existence. Being a life yourself, you will never know how the life came into existence. These are all speculations again. Speculation, theory, hypothesis. In this we move about without coming to a definite conclusion. Here we see, oh, let me experience. So our intention when we are reading this Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, but we must derive the spiritual understanding, and my efforts must be always to go towards realization. I must realize. I must know the truth myself so that I am released forever. That release from all things, mukta, to move about as free soul in this world is different to be a slave of this world and move about. So here we differentiate and see. So we are reading, let us understand these things, dropping away all our what have created, just like a new child sitting in front of this world at the sunrise. Small child just has come to the understanding of this world. It can perceive, his mind is working. He has not labeled anything yet. He is not just looking at this nature, how he is looking with that innocence, with that guilelessness, with that purity of eyes. Let us try to understand what Sri Ramakrishna is telling. New chapter, the Master and Vijay Goswami. Thursday, December 14th, 1882. We are in Bengal now of those days, 1882. British rule is going on. It is winter. So much of commotion is there outside. And people are moving, oscillating between the religion and the westernization. What to do, how to go, what to choose in life, which way to go. Everyone's life, this is social condition is oscillating. Individually, in every life, a turning point comes when there is such a situation, he doesn't know which way to go ahead in life. That turning point, mode, is a mode se jaate hain. Everyone passes through that turning point. Like that, with the advent of Sri Ramakrishna, the whole society, the world is slowly taking a turn, a right about turn. It was going towards extreme materialism. In materialism, everything is matter, including mind is matter. In spirituality, everything is spirit. Spirit grossified is this world. Just like there is humidity in this air, which you cannot see, unseen humidity. If it is cooled down, it will become fog. It has already presented itself in a grosser form that I can perceive through my eyes. When it is still cools down, we see it's becoming mist, little more gasified. Then you see it is dropping and coming below as rain droplets and getting collected as water. Still more gross compared to the mist. And if you still cool, it becomes a solid ice. How the humidity which is unseen is becoming such a hard matter that I can feel, I cannot break even. Such ice block it is going to become now. This is grossification. From the absolute to the relative existence, it takes grossification. This is the spirit which cannot be seen has grossified into this world of matter. According to spirituality, religion, we see the spirit has become grossified into matter. And according to science, everything is matter and matter alone. So, matter, I am matter, my mind is matter, there is nothing called spirit, everything is matter, is the view of the, and they limit themselves to the five senses and mind. But nature takes every day, every jiva, every human to a realm where there is neither mind nor matter, continues to exist in sleep and deep sleep. And again he attaches himself to the matter. So here we see it is smoothly going. The difference with Ramakrishna's advent, the whole world was going in the materialistic view, materialistic understanding, attachments to the only thing man was seeking was enjoyment and possession, kamini kanchana. Sri Ramakrishna is giving a turn. It has to be right about turn and go back. We see flights on our Independence Day and all that, taking somersault and turning. The plane comes like this, it takes a turn, it turns back and starts moving again. Like that, the social condition has to turn topsy-turvy and go back now to the pure spiritual, where there is Ananda and Ananda alone. Bliss beyond the joys and sorrows of life, beyond the enjoyments and sufferings of life. It has to go back. So Sri Ramakrishna is giving. Now it is December 14, 1882. It was afternoon. Sri Ramakrishna was sitting on his bed after a short noonday rest. Vijay, Balram, this is Vijay Goswami, Vijay Krishna Goswami, Balram, M, the author of this Gospel of Ramakrishna, the noter, we can say, and a few other devotees were sitting on the floor with their faces towards the Master. They could see the sacred river Ganges through the door. Since it was winter, all were wrapped up in warm clothes. Vijay had been suffering from colic and had brought some medicine with him. The whole thing is described here. That is, he is trying to make us, transport us from the present times to the times of Sri Ramakrishna. How it was. There was no electricity. As soon as it is evening, small lamps start burning here and there. Oil lamps. Some lamps of the kerosene, will start burning. So most of the lamps lighted will be oil lamps, vegetable oil. They'll be burning throughout the dim light. The maximum light everyone who used to experience is the moonlit nights. Those days. And these devotees were sitting on the floor with the faces towards Master. The Master and disciples like. Devotee, God and the devotees, His devotees. It is a beautiful combination where they are in the realm of spirit. When the Master and disciples or Master and the devotees come into picture, one is Master. What does this Master mean? He is Master of everything. It is His knowledge is unlimited. This is not ordinary Master. He is Master of the all beings, Master of the one who knows the entire world what it is. He knows what is beyond and how to go and come. Not for himself, but to give it to others also. I might be knowing certain things which I can do, but I don't know how to make others do it. Others raise their consciousness to that level. But these masters are such. They frequently go and come and make others struggle to reach that standard to go. It is a lifelong program for a jiva. Every moment they go and come. That is the difference. So this Master, they are facing Master. When we face something, we are receiving. And Master is sitting on a cot, on his bed after shower. These things are sitting on floor. There is difference. Always see anything flows from higher level to the lower level. Tank is above, taps are below. If you put a tap above the tank, it will not flow. You will not get. The disciples, they are receiving. They are in the receiving end. The giver is always at a higher level. And the acceptance, the way in which they go and sit, it shows that they are aspiring for knowledge. I want knowledge, jnana. So usually that sign by which a refuge, I am a refugee, we lift the hands. I want something, especially knowledge, we stand like this. This is the prayerful attitudes you see with this. Now, these two signs, I surrender and I seek that supreme knowledge. I want to be released. I want to go beyond. I want that supreme knowledge. That is, the heart expresses through the eyes. Eyes are open to the Master. It is just, it wants to swallow, it doesn't flicker. The eyes do not flicker. It is one eye open. They are looking at the Master. It is a sign that they are eager to get. Heart also. Heart is in such a state, it has left the world behind, it is released. I cannot be aware of my family and all problems and sit there expecting. They have forgotten the world. They have forgotten in the presence of Master, because there he is going to get nectar which is going to be eternal. Here momentary enjoyments, momentary and continued suffering. So there it is. You see, the whole heart is expressing detachment to the world and attachment to the divine. Whatever I am, maybe I am in the world with family and friends, working day and night, doesn't matter. My heart is here with the Master. When M first comes, the author of this, while going, he thinking, who is this person? I don't feel like going away from here. I don't want to go from here. While going, he is thinking, I will come tomorrow. What is that power? He is dragging me like a magnet drawing me. So this heart, they will now go to the world back, live with the family and all, but heart is here in the Dakshineshwar at the feet of Master. This is the way they are sitting here with the Master. They could see the sacred river Ganga through the door. Sri Ramakrishna is sitting, behind is the door. Through the door they can see the Ganga, as if the purity, divinity is flowing behind, and it has taken the human form to give the truth, the supreme truth, inaccessible to human minds and intellect. That is, he wants to give. Since it was winter, all were wrapped in warm clothes. Winter of North India. Here we are in the South India, we don't experience such winter. We do not know actually what is winter, especially when you go to Chennai and these places, Tamil Nadu. There are only 3 seasons, hot, hotter and hottest. There is no normal days also. It is always hot. If you go to Himalayas, there is always 3 seasons there also, cold, colder and coldest. So that here in other places of north, winter goes to extreme towards 0 and it goes towards 50 Celsius in the summer. In winter it comes down. Most of the places it is nearing 0 Celsius. So it is oscillating. Now it is winter here. This winter is slightly difficult to bear for us, the South Indians. Those who are born and brought up are accustomed to it. They don't recognize much. They cover themselves and sit. But we find it difficult. We will be shivering inside 4 or 5 blankets. Such will be the cold there. Since it was winter, all were wrapped up in warm clothes. Vijay had been suffering from colic. Colic is something like in the stomach, the intestine, spasms come. How the spasms come is the intestine enters into the intestine, and intestine nature is to squeeze, and that is motility of it starts trying to press the other part which has gone inside. It is continuous tube, a part of the tube suddenly flows inside this one. Usually there is no going reverse motion. The villi and all in the intestine are forward. It pushes the food forward. Motility is there of the food that goes. Everything it goes on pressing like this. Suppose the intestine, some part enters into the intestine back, gets folded rather. It gets folded inside, then it's the upper one starts pushing it out. And that pain, it is folded condition to press is most painful. This is called colic. And there are certain medicines, it will immediately release like magic in modern medicines. That one tablet, one small injection, suddenly it releases. colleague, and had brought some medicine with him. Vijay was Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.